So today we're going to be talking about Nyctophobia or Noctophobia, depending on which one you want to use to refer to as. This is the fear of darkness. Most human beings on this planet have experienced this phobia, still experience this phobia. I'm not even sure if most people have gotten over it. I know the earliest signs of someone dealing with this was at the age of 2, recorded scientifically, of course. So this is actually a phobia that I do not personally have. I thrive in the dark. I love the dark. These bright lights, it's not usually my thing. I'm more of a night owl. I like to be enveloped in darkness. As edgy as that sounds, I'm not trying to make it sound edgy. I'm just saying, for me personally, I like when it's dark. I don't like being around any kind of bright lights or sunlight, which is funny because I've always been referred to as a vampire growing up because of this. I've known many people who have suffered from this personally, usually women too, from what I remember. In my friendships with people that were afraid of the dark, they're usually primarily women. I don't know if this is some kind of interphobia, some primal fear, and honestly, that would probably make a lot of sense if you really want to think about it, because I know most people, our eyes aren't accustomed to the darkness like animals are. So for us, being in the dark, if you can't see anything, that's fear. That's where the fearfulness comes in. But the universe, from my understanding, has always been dark, and the only reason we can see anything is because of light. Now, whether you have a bright light on at all, if you can see anything, it's because you're reflecting light. That's something kind of cool. I never really considered that until a couple years ago when I was researching about light. And that's something I do. I'll sit there and think about something, and I have to research the living crap out of it for days on end until I get all the information I can on it, or until I forget entirely about what I'm doing. But I was fascinated about this because I am someone who likes the dark, which is the complete opposite of, I guess, most people that I'm friends with, most people that I know, because everyone is just terrified of the dark. I'm not. I thrive in it. Like I said, I love the darkness. I don't really know how you would actually overcome this fear. I mean, I'm not one of the people that would use a nightlight, but I know, every girl that I've dated, for instance, they've all had to have a nightlight. They've all always had to have some kind of bright light for them to be able to feel at peace to go to sleep. For me, it's easier to be in solid darkness because my eyes get used to that, and then I can see perfectly. I don't know. I don't know if that's for everybody. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not trying to sound like some kind of genetic monster or whatever. I don't know. This is just these phobias are so fascinating to me, and there's a whole list of them I want to cover at some point. But I'm going down some of the rational ones and the irrational ones. The first one that we did was, I forgot how to pronounce it, but it's the fear of squid. That's my phobia. The next one was coulrophobia, which is my favorite one, which is the fear of clowns. And I think this is one of the more accurate primal fears that most people suffer. It's because of darkness. Everyone's afraid of the dark. And I think it's just because of the fact that you become enveloped in something of the unknown. You don't really know what's going on around you. You can't see anything. And your body kind of shuts down in response to that. Your brain can't relay information to you accordingly, so you start panicking. This is just me assuming, of course. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't suffer from this, so I honestly couldn't give you an honest estimate. But if I'm hitting the nail on the head, please let me know. If I'm wrong as fuck, please let me know. This is actually something I'm generally interested in, because I know not everybody's experience is exactly the same. There might be people watching this video who are just like me, where you love the dark. Or there'll be people who are watching this video and they're going to be like, no, I need at least 5 night lights, Christmas lights up, the overhead light on, and a dashboard light over my bed. I know somebody who had a dashboard light over their bed. I don't know. So, Nyctophobia. It's cool.